Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are in St. Ursula after, of course, everything that happened, all the revelations, and maybe now things will slow down a little bit so we can just let it all in. So for now we're gonna talk to everyone in St. Ursula, and apparently Donovan and Ilya are awake. So let's say hi to them, see how they are, and apparently Ilya is not in any condition to get out of bed, so let's see if we can at least cheer her up a little bit. So let's look around. I overheard those city kids talking about Arkansas. They're big fans. They came to the hospital hoping to visit Ilya, but stayed after the burial went up. They've been helping out a lot, in fact. It's nice to know some good kids are being raised in this state, you know? Are those the same ones that are usually in front of Arkansas screaming at, "Oh, we love you, Ilya! Give us your autograph!" Alright, let's get that. Ooh, surgical gloves. Nice. Oh, have you been taking the time to study these days, Michaud? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't really been in the mood. With everything going on in Crossbell, I'm finding it difficult to focus. I'm too worried about everyone at Lotus Heights. Oh, it's completely understandable that you would feel that way. But don't forget what you're here for. Make sure to get back those books once you've calmed down, okay? Right. I can't stop wondering if everyone back at Lotus Heights is okay. Though I guess using that as a reason not to study would be pretty pathetic of me. Yes, it would be. As understandable as it is, you're worried about them, that doesn't mean you should not study. Because you're also studying for them, to be the best doctor out there, right? So yeah. Oh, studying is all about persistence. Miss one day and it'll cost you 3 more to get back into the rhythm. I know you're worried about what's going on in the city, but this isn't the time to start slacking off, okay? Yeah, I think that's good advice, at least for him. Well, times are tough right now, so as much as we give anything to pay Lady Ilya a visit, we need to hold back. Instead, we should try to help her out at the hospital and make ourselves as useful as we can be. Yeah, and once she's back on her feet, she'll know you've been here and what you've done, and she'll be more than happy to see you. Oh, Lady Ilya regained consciousness. I couldn't be more over the moon. This makes all the time we spent staying here and praying for recovery totally worth it. Because I wasn't able to travel to the hospital, my prescription of my chronic disease ran out, and I began having spasms. The whole experience has taught me all too well how inconvenient these travel restrictions can be. We'll have to wait for the next round of Defense Force escorts to go back to the city too. May as well get comfortable. It could take a while. Yeah, because technically it might not be mentioned like this, but this could be considered wartime. Yeah, so yeah, that doesn't make it easy to stay on your medication. Oh, my husband started having spasms as a result of his chronic disease, so we called an ambulance and rushed on over. Thankfully, our travel application was accepted. The screening process is so rigorous, I was afraid he might be turned away. But how things are, perhaps it would be better if he stayed here long term. Well, at least until things can be more clear about what's happening at Crossbell and when it will be lifted. Because I'm sure they're just doing this to protect themselves from the Republic and the Empire. So how long would that last? And what is the current situation right now? Checking if there's anything new. There's not. Oh, I believe Mai-Fi is resting in her room right now. She and the rest of the staff have been working around the clock, so I hope they make sure to let themselves recharge. That's what breaks are for. Yeah, and they definitely should recharge, especially in times like these. Oh, with our number of outpatients dwindling down to 0, I've had more time to take breaks like this, though knowing why we're not admitting patients keeps me from enjoying it. Still, Martha ordered me to rest up. On the other hand, I don't think I feel too comfortable leaving Sarone unattended like this. Maybe I'll go check on her later. I swear, if Sarone goes and does something crazy while I'm not around, I'll... this isn't good. I think I have time to worry about Sarone like this. It's making me even more stressed out. Well, knowing Sarone, probably for the right reasons. I'm trying out the new S graph I came up with yesterday, except the S stands for sheet drying. I called it the pile dryer. Like it? Stacking sheets together let me dry twice as many as once. That means I should be done in half the time, right? Now I can easily cover all of Maifa's work while she has the day off. I think I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't work. Yeah, this doesn't make it dry any faster, does it? Okay, so I just realized the pile dryer doesn't work at all. Like, not even a little bit. Maifa has the day off, so I figured I could cover for her, but this is a lot harder than I expected. Well, just keep on doing your thing, and eventually you will get there. I'm sure of it. Alright, nobody here. This is the way to the research ward, isn't it? We don't have any business there right now. That we do know. Ah, yes, of course, she isn't here anymore. Dr. Sayland? Oh, good to see you, SSS. Oh, this used to be Shizuka's room. What are you doing here by yourself? Well, she's a former patient of mine. I was simply working through some thoughts. Such as how she's been since Arios McLean took her from the hospital. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything about her since that day. She must be holed up with the others at Orcus Tower. Having a patient rest out of your care is a shameful experience, even if it was by her own father. Still, I understand that the circumstances were anything but ordinary, Arios having been appointed as the Secretary of Defense. I know there was simply no way you could allow her to stay here any longer, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. I'm sorry, Doctor. No, I should be apologizing. You don't need to hear about my troubles. You've come to visit your friends, correct? I'd like some time alone, if you wouldn't mind. Shizuka McLean. I had painstakingly drafted out the treatment plan for the next year. Having a patient rested out of your care is a shameful experience, even if it was by her own father. Still, I suppose there's no sense in brooding over a discharged patient. Nope, there is not. And she doesn't know, does she? That Kia basically recovered her eyesight. And that she can see right now. Ooh, that's gonna be a doozy when she finds out.
Ara? どちら様? 入っちゃっていいわよ。失礼します。あら、ティオちゃんと。弟くんじゃない。
Well, at least her memories are okay. It's good to hear.
それにあなたは確かワジ君だったかしら。
ああ、ご無沙汰してるね。イリアさん、本当にお久しぶりです。すみません、お見舞いなのに手ぶらで来てしまって。
もうそんなの気にしないでってば。ほらほら、3人ともこっちにいらっしゃいな。ああ、ファンからのお菓子とか勝手に食べちゃってもいいわよ。クッキーとかだったらまだ賞味期限内だと思うし。それでは失礼します。そっか、君たちもいろいろ大変そうね。クロスベルそのものがとんでもないことになってるのはいろいろ聞いてはいるんだけど。
はい、まあ
確かにとんでもないとしか表現できない事態だよね。
足が動かないのがもどかしくて仕方ないわね。アルカンシェルの様子とかこの目で確かめたいんだけど。
そのイリアさん、体の方は
ああ、うん。セイランド先生は歩けるようになるかどうかも現時点ではわからないだって。
Ilya's not gonna accept that. She will walk again.
まあ 100% 無理って断言されたわけじゃないけど。
Exactly. Stay positive.
そうですか。
ああ、もうそんな顔されたらこっちまで暗くなるじゃないの。あのね、ダメって思い込んだらそれだけで可能性はなくなるのよ。
え、
舞台にしてもそうだけど、どこかに必ず答えはあるの。どんなに苦しくても絶望的でも一筋の光明は絶対にあるわ。諦めない限りきっとね。
すごいね、あなたは。
別にすごいとか言われるほどのものかしら。第一ね、話を聞く限りあなたたちの方が大変じゃないの？
それは
確かに普通に考えれば恐ろしく困難な道のりかと。
同じよ、同じ。人って大切なもののためならどこまでも頑張れる生き物だしね。程度の差あれ、それが人の強さなんだと思う。
人という生き物の。
なるほど。
まあ私はその中でもかなり欲張りな方だと思うけど、それでも本質的なところは他の人たちだって同じだと思うわ。うちの劇団員たちも、もちろんリーシャもね。
Yeah. When we find her, we'll send her here. 100%.
イリアさん、
あの子に会えたら伝えておいてもらえない？あんたにとって一番大切なものは何？その大切なものを前にして頑張らずにいられるの？
わかりました。リーシャに会うことができたら必ずその言葉を伝えます。
ええ、頼んだわよ。
I'm sure we'll come across her at some point. And like I said, even if we have to tie her down to the macabre, she's coming here. Admittedly, I'm still worried about all my fellow troop members in the city. Then again, this is Arkansas I'm talking about, and knowing them, they're practicing just as hard as ever. So what you're worried about is whether or not they're rehearsing. I'm certain they are galloping about in laces and frills as we speak. To be an artist. Plus, this is an important year for Sully's growth in particular. That girl had better improve by leaps and bounds by the time I make my stunning comeback. Oh, I'm sure they will be working as hard as they can.
ほんと、とんでもないね。
Yeah, she is one of those rays of sunshine, just like Estelle. Just brimming with positivity.
さすが炎の舞姫なんて呼ばれてるだけはあるな。
むしろ舞台の太陽の姫そのものかと。私もここに連れてこられて何度か話しているんですけど、セシルさんともどもすごく元気づけてもらいました。
そっか。本当になんとかリーシャも見つけられればいいんだけどな。
まあそればっかりはエイドスの巡り合わせだろうね。
ドノバン警部の方もお見舞いに行きましょうか。
Oh, we're gonna visit everybody we can, Tio, definitely.
ああ、そうしよう。
Nobody here.
あら、検温の時間かしら。
Did he lose his eye in the process?
どうぞ。はい、失礼します。
ああ、お前ら支援家じゃねえか。
お久しぶりです。ドノバン警部。
It's good to see half of you as well.
あれ、そちらの美人はどなただい？もしかして合いびきのお邪魔をしちゃったかな？
再会していきなり何言い出しやがる。
ワジ、お前な。
こちらは警部の奥さんのファラさんです。少し前にお見舞いに来てからしばらく滞在しています。
はじめまして。いつも主人がお世話になっています。主人やティオさんから時々話に聞いていたけど、とても面白い人たちみたいね。
お褒めいただき光栄だよ。
多分褒めてるんじゃないと思うけど。
まあ積もる話もあるだろうが、一度事情を説明しちゃくれねえか。
ええ、わかりました。
思った以上に大変なことが起きてやがるな。それに聞いた限りじゃ、ここであったことも本部には報告しない方が良さそうだな。
はい、そうしていただけると助かります。
まあ僕はどっちでもいいけど、ロイドは指名手配されてるだろうからね。
まあ
とにかく警部、クロスベル市内の状況はどうなっていますか？
うん、俺も見舞いに来たレーモンドから聞いただけだが、クロスベル警察は国防軍の下部組織として完全に取り込まれたそうだ。業務内容は変わっちゃいないが、今は市内での雑用ばかりに駆り出されてるらしい。
So basically lower grunt work.
やはりそうですか。
まあ現状を考えると仕方ないだろうけどね。
でもそんな体制、さすがに反発があったのでは。ピエール副局長はともかく、セルゲイ課長やダドリーさんが黙って従っているとは。
ああ、ここだけの話だが、どうやらセルゲイやダドリー、レーモンドも含む警官たちが密かに動いてるらしい。
Yeah, let me guess. The resistance that are inside of Crossbell. We just have to get there.
課長たちは？
あくまで極秘林だがな。気を伺いつつ、なんとか現状を打開する方法を探しているってところなんだろう。
誰も彼もが黙っている玉じゃないってことか。希望が見えてきたかな。
ああ、今のところコンタクトを取るのは難しそうだけど、俺たちは俺たちなりに現状を打開する術を探っていった方がいいだろう。
それでこそお前らだ。実際かなり厳しいだろうが、なんとか決まってみてくれ。俺も復帰したらすぐにでもセルゲイたちに合流して。
あなたったら今は彼らやレイモンド君たちに任せて、ゆっくりと体を治しなさいな。
Yeah, he'd be going out there today if he could walk without pain, I'm sure.
完治するまでは私が絶対に無理なんかさせませんからね。
ああ、わかった。
言いたいことを言われちゃったか。
警部もこの奥さんには頭が上がらないみたいですね。
いい奥さんに恵まれて警部も幸せ者だね。
I'm sure he is. Because he has a wife that cares for him. That's never a bad thing, is it? Boy, though, I feel a little embarrassed letting you kids see me like this. Farah had me wrapped around her finger since the day I put a ring on it. You two seem to make a great pair. Cute couple is how I would put it. Aww. Did you hear that, sweetie? I've always said you were cute. Ah, does she really have to be like this in front of them and Raymond? I understand there's a lot of going on in Crossbell right now, but that's all the more reason for me to keep looking out for my Donny. Someone needs to make sure he doesn't do anything reckless. Well, whatever your kids end up doing, just be careful out there. Hopefully I'll be back on my feet soon, so I can regroup with Sergei and the others. Oh, you go do that, and we'll meet you once we get there.
皆さ
ああ、フラン。荷物はまとめ終わったのか？
この通りです。フランさんの制服姿も久しぶりですね。私もだよ。皆さんはドノバン警部のお見舞いをしてたんですか？
ああ、今終わったところだ。フランも警部の見舞いに？
ええ、退院する前に一通り挨拶しておこうと思いまして。特に警部には危ないところを助けてもらいましたし。
そっか。それじゃまた後でな。
はい、また後で。
さて、彼女の挨拶が終わったらメルカバに戻るとしようか。
なあ、そうだな。
Afterwards, Lloyd and the others met back up with Side. They said their goodbyes to Cecile and then left St. Ursula Hospital. Ah, I was hoping I could talk to the rest of them. On their way back, Wazzy discovered another blind spot in the Septian Vein's influence, just in front of the hospital. He placed a second warp circle there, making it possible for the Merkaba to travel to St. Ursula and pick them up. So I guess it does mean that I can probably go back down and talk to the other half of the hospital. With Tio and Fran on board, the team is now able to track wanted monsters and other requests along the highways from the Merkaba terminal. The terminal can be found in the Merkaba lower cabin. Be sure to check it when you have the time. Okay, so that's gonna be where we're gonna go next. To America Tangram or Mainz and Belgard.
はい、了解です。座標特定できました。クロスベル北東エリア、アルモリカ村近辺です。
America Village it is.
すごいな。
随分と助かる。プラトーの艦能力はもちろんだが、専門のオペレーターがいると艦の運用効率が格段に上がるな。
まだまだ未熟ですけど。
これからは効率的に降りられる場所を探せそうだね。それでどうする？このまま新しいポイントに行ってみるかい？
ああ、アルモリカ村の様子も確かめられそうだしな。
機関最大目的地アルモリカ村上空。
警戒態勢を維持しつつ目的地へと向かいます。
Alright, so America Village is there, but I still want to go to St. Ursula Medical College, so can we, or does the game just automatically want us to go to America Village? We are still allowed. Good. Alright, let's finish off what we were busy with. Without the Defense Force protection, ambulances can safely travel to or from the hospital. It's not an ideal situation. Between the cryptids on the highway and the CDF restrictions, we're really in a bind here. I wish there were spare a few more soldiers for escort duty at the very least. Yeah, I get that. I do. Oh, personally speaking, I support you and your allies over the Defense Force and the President. So good luck everyone, and please, stay safe out there. If nothing else, try not to cause Cecile too much trouble, okay? Yeah. It's good to know that at least a big portion of the people do support us. And through everything, we have earned that reputation, I'm sure. Oh, sadly, Ilia Platier hasn't shown any signs of making a full recovery yet, but I'm sure she'll be fine. St. Ursula's employs the best medical professionals on the continent. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but if anyone can help Ilia recover, it's the doctors of St. Ursula. I'm sure they can. If you're wondering about the current flow of information in the state, it's not good. We barely hear anything from the city. We're notified of emergencies every now and then, but with all these restrictions, our response time is going to suffer. These circumstances couldn't be worse. Oh, earlier we spoke with the defense force about having them deliver prescriptions to our patients who can no longer commute. But there are far too many of them. We couldn't possibly arrange for each and every one. There's only so much we can do. So people will die of this. That's for sure. If they can't have their medication, there are going to be consequences. So, I've been wondering, Gailey. Your wife and son live in Crossbell City. Have you been able to get in contact with them? No, not recently, no. I see. How worrisome. If I may make a suggestion, you could always try speaking with the defense force about returning to the city. No. I know my wife and Keynes can look after themselves. It wouldn't be right to leave the hospital now. We never know when a patient in critical condition might roll through those doors. You realize that, don't you, Lego? That is true. Pardon my concern. You've clearly put thought into this. They're actually being nice to each other. That's what happens when there are emergencies, like such threatening levels as this. People will get a better perspective. Kelly is so worried about his wife and son that it's affecting his work, so I suggested it'd be better for him to request to go home. But I suppose he's a doctor. This is where he thinks he belongs right now. Perhaps I should keep my comments to myself. Somewhere, I think the intention was okay. Well, even Largo is capable of acting out a thoughtful remark every now and then. I'm sure my wife and Keynes are fine, so I won't waste my energy worrying. Oh, if I somehow managed to find a spare part to replace one that was broken down. It turned out fine this time, but since it's a specialty component, we can't get any new ones unless we order it from Remiferia. What a pickle. In the meantime, we're going to have to be careful with what we have. Well, I'm sure Dr. Gailey is worried about his family, but it hasn't slowed him down. He's doing everything he can for St. Ursula. I've been concerned about my family too, but I think I'll follow the doctor's lead and focus on helping Chief Ursuline for now. Yes, so if there's any person that gets entered in here with very critical condition, they can help them. Oh, I'm in the middle of organizing the pharmaceuticals that were provided to us by the Defense Force. Sadly, the supplies aren't the best. Whoever picked these out for our patient is a complete amateur. We can get by with this for the time being, but it won't be enough to treat patients in critical condition. So whatever we do, even if it's just for that reason, we need to be careful that we do not hurt ourselves. Definitely. I was lucky enough to have my travel application approved, so I can finally return home. Too bad it will take a while. I'll need to wait for the Defense Force to come escort me, but man, how patient do you expect me to be? Just like any other patient, I guess. I want to go home already. Oh, Inspector Donovan's recovery is progressing well, so with any luck, he should get discharged soon. Ilya, on the other hand, might never fully recover, no matter how intense her rehabilitation is. I hope she does, though. If anyone can make a grand comeback, it is her. I heard there's no guarantee Ilya will make a full recovery, no matter how intense her rehabilitation is. But if anyone can make a grand comeback, it's her. Giving people hope has always been one of her greatest talents. Oh, that it truly is. But having said that, a little bit more than hope would be appreciated. I just want to see her walk on stage again. Oh, people are only permitted to leave the city to visit the hospital if they're suffering from severe injury or illness. It bothers me with no end. And such a policy doesn't take into account any ailments that require a professional diagnosis. Not everything can be seen at such a quick glance. I shudder to think of how horrible it would be to lose a patient we could have saved, if they'd just been allowed to come here sooner. Yeah, again, the restrictions, I get it from Crossbell's perspective, but for the patients, it's terrible, it is. Formally, the hospital does still have the support of President Croix, That hasn't stopped panic from spreading among all the patients who are still here, however. True enough, even ambulances aren't exempt from the travel restrictions. I hope I haven't been contributing to the passing the anxiety onto your patients, being only a resident and all. Under these circumstances, I feel they'd be disquieted no matter how experienced their attending physician was. Regardless, be mindful and considerate of patients and try to reassure them however you can. Oh, so the anxiety is getting even to you, Dr. Baldine. We're all human in the end. Regardless, be mindful and considerate of the patients. Try to reassure them however you can. No, we're still on this level. Oh, not that I've spoken to her directly, but seeing Ilia's commitment towards her recovery has helped me lift my spirits. I'll be sure to tell everyone back in the city how hard Ilia is fighting when I finally get home. Oh, what good will complaining do? I could march right up to the president's desk and it wouldn't change anything. This time is to dig deep and endure. That's what we Crossbellans are best at. Alright, I think that's it. Maybe one more room, but I think that one was empty. Yes. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's just use the stairway. Because we're not used to using the elevator in the hospital. Definitely not. Alright, let's head back up to the Markama, check out our missions, and then head to America Village. Oh, so the Markama is equipped with the same kind of terminal that you had at the SSS building, huh? And that means I can send you all support requests just like I used to. Talk about convenient, huh? Hey, you're right, the terminals in the cabin is pretty much the same. But now that I think about it, where does it even get the data from? I had the same question, so I asked Abbas. He said that sometimes the ship's systems pick up dangerous monsters while searching for gaps in the Septian Vein's influence. Apparently, it's a function of the Markama to detect anything that might hamper its day-to-day operation. I see. Well, it definitely wouldn't be safe to leave those monsters alone. We'll take care of them if we get a chance. I guess that means I'll be reporting to you with those support requests. That's gonna be a real trip down memory lane. Yeah, it'll be just like the old times. Almost brings a tear to my eye just thinking about it. I know it might be a bit of a hassle to report from the cabin terminal when I'm right upstairs. But procedure is still important, you know. This way you can get proper credit when we return to the department someday. Yeah, I suppose. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to having you as our independent operator. Yep, you can count on me. Evans was just showing me how to use the ship main terminal. Surprisingly, the Markama system were designed by none other than the Epstein Foundation. Wait, really? There's no mistaking it. I do recall spotting church official visiting the Foundation headquarters in the past. Have the two truly been collaborating all this time? Yes, though naturally it is off the record. This Markama is powered by what is known as the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing flight-based transport. After the Orb Revolution, we worked with the Foundation to refurbish it into what you see now, using the Heavenly Chariot as an engine. The Heavenly Chariot? That's the name Zaid muttered the first time you guys showed me the ship on Tangram Hill. You may as well know that the Church has also assisted the development of battle orbments among other technologies. The orbital arts you all use have their foundation in the Church thaumaturgy. Fascinating. It would go without saying, but be aware of this information is strictly confidential. I trust you won't do anything to compromise that. Of course, we wouldn't dream of it. You have my word as well. Lloyd, do you have a moment? I want to give you this. Theo's Pom Pom Party. Is it your personal Pom Pom Party account? Indeed. I thought it might provide a fun distraction from our current predicaments. Feel free to challenge me at any time. I would be more than happy to obliterate you. Wow. Alright, you're on. Theo's confident in her Pom Pom Party skills, and is putting it lightly. I have to give all I've got to stand a chance. The Mercama's engine is powered by the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing flight-based transport. After your revolution, we worked with the FC Foundation to refurbish it to the ship you see now. Additionally, the Church made some minor contributions to the development of battle orbits, among other technologies. Of course, this is all strictly confidential as far as the secular world is concerned. Be sure not to divulge any of this to the outside. We'll leave it at that. Really. Alright. Where's the terminal? And where's everything else? Okay, nobody here. And this is our terminal. Alright. One is completed because we already came across it. Mains, West Crossbell and Old America Road. So basically all the places we probably will travel in search of our friends. No worries.
はい、こちらクロスベル警察です。それでは報告を受けたまわりますね。ふふ、さすが皆さんです。報告は以上ですね。ではまた依頼を達成したらよろしくお願いします。
As always, we will definitely do that. The nurse. You mean Cecile? What about her? Nothing in particular. I was merely pondering the peculiar way fate brings people together. It is irrelevant, so pay it no mind. Well, if you say so. That aside, it was fortuitous that you were able to reunite with Theo so quickly. Now we must locate our other comrades. Right, I'm not sure what that was all about, but at least we can agree on the last part. You managed to reunite with some of your friends? Oh, that's a great start. Still, it never hurts to be prepared for whatever's next, so stay safe out there, okay? Alright. That's still good. Now that Theo and Fran are aboard, we'll be able to make better use of the Mercama's capabilities. We could only do so much to look for those landing spots otherwise. Having the two of them with us is going to be a big windfall. Maybe Arios itself is the one who guided us back to them so quickly. If she exists, she would definitely have had a hand in this. The one area of the ship we asked that you don't enter is the engine room. There is something important in there that we can never show to outsiders, no matter the circumstances. Could it be that the heavily cherished artifact I was mentioned earlier? Partly. I'm pretty sure there are other things there as well. No, we can do it later. Alright. Nope. So what do we do? Well, we checked everywhere, we rested up. So the only two things we can do is arrange Theo's equipment that she's up to speed to what we have. And then go to America Village for the day. Let's just equip it just in case. Okay. Still blue for the extra power. Alright, so let's see where we wanna go to. It's gonna be just outside the city or in the middle of it. Oh, there's a lot of flowers.
さて、無事降りられたけど、しかしここって村のレンゲ畑だった場所だよね。
なあ、ずいぶん様子が変わってるけど。
これもキーヤが覚醒した影響なのかもしれません。サイト、厳重の気配はどうでしょう？
今のところ出現する気配はなさそうだ。当面はあの法人を頼りにしても問題なかろ
う。Yeah, good.
わかった。とりあえずトルタ村長に挨拶した方が良さそうだな。
はい、行ってみましょ
う。なるほど、そんなことがあったのか。最初そちらの狼殿と共に訪ねてきた時は
すみません。
どうやら私の配慮不足だったようだな。
いやいや、伝説の新郎殿にこうしてお目にかかれるとは光栄の至りですわい。村には国防軍とやらもほとんど来ることはないし、好きなだけ滞在してくれるといいじゃろ。
ありがとうございます。
とても助かります。
しかし病院の方でも批判的な人は多かったけど、ここでもディーター大統領はあまり評判が良くないみたいだね。
もともとこの村とは縁の薄い人物ではあるからな。独立国などと言われても全くピンとこぬし、例の厳重が現れたせいで農作物の収穫も落ち込んでおる。なのにたまに国防軍とやらが見回りに来る程度の対応じゃ。
そうでしたか。
存在すぎますね。
町の者が周辺の村里を顧みぬのは世の常。しかしどうもそれが行き過ぎているようだな。
わしも正直ついていけないものを感じる。かといってこの村の影響力などクロスベル市の人口に比べればあってないようなもの。正直どうしたものかと考えあぐねていたところじゃよ。
なるほどね。
厳重についてはこちらも気をつけておきます。それ以外にここ最近で何か困ったことはありますか？村の治安や雰囲気が悪化していたりとか。
いや、幸いにしてそこまでには至っていない。今は村全体で協力してこの困難を乗り切っていこうと頑張っているところじゃ。ハロルド君の一家も協力してくれているしな。
ハロルドさん？
He's still here with his entire family. That's good?
そういえば家族で遊びに行くと言っていたような。
ちょうど異変の時一家で遊びに来ておってな。その後すぐに街道の移動制限が出されたからそのままとどまっているんじゃよ。
そうだったんですか。
ハロルド君の一家なら宿の2階に滞在しておる。よかったら顔を出すといい。
ええ、わかりました。
早速訪ねてみようか。
Alright, we have control once again. Frankly, I don't believe President Croc can be trusted. That said, the opinion for a little village is nothing compared to the masses in the city. The Haywards, at least, have been more than willing to lend us a hand. Times are tough, so we have little choice but to come together, city folk and Americans alike. Yeah. Oh, it still baffles me that Arias has become the State Secretary of Defense. The Braves have always helped our village, but we can hardly hurt from any of them since Crossbell's independence was declared. It is worrisome, to say the least. I wonder how they're holding up right now. Yeah, I'm sure they are holding on by a train. By a string, like a wire. Alright, and that gives me the feeling that we are about to end the episode. Okay, so the line is here. Good. That every blue grass started blooming in the lotus fields a few days ago. It seems to be affecting the growth of the flowers, so I really like to weed them all out. But no matter how many times you pull it from the ground, it just grows right back. Yeah. very, very annoying. But who knows? Maybe we'll come across a book that can help with a problem like this. But for now, we'll leave it here. On the next one, we're gonna explore the entirety of America Village and whatever comes of that next. I expect we're gonna go to Tangram Gate and see everything there and talk to the commander in charge. But it's gonna be a risk, because it definitely is a place where the CDF can hang out or anything like that. So yeah, we'll be doing that. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue exploring everything. See you then. Bye bye.